Hello everyone, my name is Cynthia Ramirez and I'm a professor of fine art at Southern University at New Orleans. I have been doing Day of the Dead altars for over 20 years in New Orleans and Louisiana, throughout Louisiana. And I'm going to share with you today some of the crafts that I also do for my altars, which are traditional to the Day of the Dead tradition. I'm going to be talking about today is Papél Picado. And Papél Picado is, as you can see, hold on, let me see if I can show you. And it is colored paper that is cut out very intricately. And this is one of the staples of Day of the Dead decorations for the altar. It could be for rooms. It could be throughout the streets. So this is a very important craft that they use. Now, originally, they are done with tissue paper, but how they cut them out, they don't do it individually. They have stacks of tissue paper that they chisel out, very, very, very sharp chisels. All that area that is taken out is with a chisel. So they're doing packs and packs of these tissues with these chisels. So it's a very delicate process in which these are done. But we're going to do individual ones today. So you can share it with, you can do it for your altars, or you can show children how to do that. It's pretty simple to do individual ones. Okay, so what I do, you need a template. And I used 8.5 by 11 copy paper just to create my design. And so you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half, okay? So this is the edge of my paper, okay? And so what I did is, it's going to be, if I'm making a flower on this side, so I do half the flower, and it's open up and it'll be a full flower. So whatever you do on this side is going to be doubled, okay? So basically, I just fold it up, and then you're going to have your design here. So you have to fold it to cut it so you can get duplicate or symmetry, right? You can tell your students about symmetry. It teaches them very much about symmetry. And very simple designs. I should have made mine larger because it was real hard to cut in, but if you're working with kids or you just don't have dexterity, make the things larger so you can really, cut out and get through them. So this is the template. And I took a piece of tissue paper, and as you can see, can you see it? I traced onto it, and then I'm going to cut it out, okay? So make sure that you're cutting on, when you're doing your design, the half design is on the fold of the paper, okay? If not, you're just going to have two halves that are just not going to happen. So basically, you cut, and whatever you have, especially after fold, it's going to double. And so I'm just going to show you the center part so you can see what's going on here. Tissue paper is very delicate, so just take your time in cutting the images. I'll show you the center. I'm not going to cut the whole thing out, but you get the idea. And I'll just show you with the white paper so you can see how the design comes out. And you can do any colors. The brighter the paper, the better. So I'm just doing the inside so you can see. Now they use Papél Picado. There's elements of the altar, right? They use elements for earth, wind, fire, and water. And the Papél Picado addresses the issue of, or the element of wind. So that actually shows, that's why they use a tissue paper, so it can blow with the wind. So it's so that's one component you can tell your students, or if you just want to know about these certain things, it's important to know the traditions that go into making a Day of the Dead altar and what you're doing. And also, the Day of the Dead, Day of the Dead is on the 1st and the 2nd. It's traditionally the 2nd, but it's actually Days of the Dead. They began preparing for the 1st and the 2nd on the 30th, 31st, 1st, and then they go in the 1st and the 2nd, like they do here in New Orleans, to prepare the graves, to make them clean them up, move fresh flowers and everything on there. So, so the first is Los Angelitos. Angelitos. That means when the children's souls come back, and then which is All Saints Day on the Catholic calendar, and then on the 2nd, which is All Souls Day on the Catholic calendar, is when the adult souls come back, and that's when the partying begins. So all these Papél Picado will be crossed the town squares and everything, just to show, you know, the for celebration, but also to show the spirits where to go, where the many altars on there. So I'm going to open this up so you can see what's happening, and you can see how I'm starting to get a nice little Papél Picado there. And then what you're going to do, you're going to fold over, leave enough space on the top so you can fold over and glue to like a string, and then you can have a bunch of these. If the kids make them, you can, you know, do them all. They can see their little Papél Picado going out there. You can stack these if you want, like 2 or 3 at a time. So it's kind of hard to do when you start doing the interiors, but basically this is the design, and you can see you can get as intricate as possible, and the little bottom too has like a little wave to it. So but this is the final design. Use tissue paper. Tell them to be very careful with it, and then you can see see if they can get intricate. But first, design on the fold so they don't get too overwhelmed with trying to make it, you know, perfect on. This is how you get symmetry, which is a good assignment for symmetry, so they can see that. And also, it's a beautiful decoration. Okay, well, that's it. This is Papél Picado from Day of the Dead, and you can see, let me get this so you can see it a little bit better, and you see how intricate. They can be really big and really intricate through that. So thank you very much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.